And I suck your dick.
Bruh.
I know it may have sounded like I was a hater in my last video, but I'm really not.
Really, nigga?
I was simply giving my opinion given the information I had at the time. To me, the game seemed to be headed in the same direction as the past projects, whereby it would end with Vince possibly threatening the developers into pulling the plug on the game. But to my surprise, the developers of this project don't seem worried by any tricks Vince might pull to stop us from having fun.
Hey y'all, come look at this.
Bruh.
So no, I didn't change my opinion on this project just so I could get invited.
We don't believe your story.
But rather because the new wave of information I was able to collect on their Discord server was convincing. One of the main concerns I had in my last video was related to server costs, as I'm pretty sure this is probably the biggest concern whenever a new Small Worlds project is in the works, due to most of the past projects facing this very same issue. But this doesn't seem to be a worry for these creators, as they stated that they are confident in being able to keep server costs low for a very long time. And if that wasn't already convincing enough, they suggested that, if it became necessary, they could recode the servers and allow for players to run them individually like Minecraft servers, which, by what I know about Minecraft servers, this would also be really cheap, and plus, the Small Worlds community has reduced over the years, so we can assume the number of players who are going to play are going to be manageable to some extent. One other thing is that the developers won't be making any money from this project, as in them profiting from it would probably lead to Vince getting mad and essentially threatening them, so I hope we are at least allowed to donate in some form of way.
As I promise, like, and even it's been a weird these past few months, knowing out.
Two big differences though are that this game won't be accessed through browser, but rather with application, and you'll apparently be able to add dashes to your username or something. Regarding the people who are apparently worried about the application security, the team mentioned that they take their security very seriously to the point they themselves struggle to log in. But in my opinion, I always advise to using a second email address instead of your main email address, just in case something goes wrong. They also mentioned that they are going to be running a version of Small Worlds that was around just before the I Love Small Worlds campaign, which, if I remember correctly, was around the time when I think people were trying to donate to keep Small Worlds up and running. I remember also mentioning in my last video that this new Small Worlds project isn't original, but if we're being honest, who cares? Also, regarding the purchase of things like VIP memberships, this will all be done with gold earned through contests, trading and more. Something that I also really want to mention is the fact that I actually got a lot of information wrong in my first video on this project. This wasn't necessarily because I chose to be ignorant, but rather because information on this project was rare at the time. I'd also recommend for everyone to go and join their Discord server, as that's where all the information is. Plus, while browsing their Discord page, I was able to discover that during the early days of the game, things may be priced lowly, which means joining early will be really profitable. The big thing that everyone is probably wondering about is probably when this project will be released, and sadly, it doesn't have an official release date yet, as all I can tell you is that it'll be released this year. So, look out and stay up to date with this project, as big things are coming.
Man, I don't really think I changed the door. Started seeing people colors for true. Do me wrong, ain't do no wrong into you. I was down and you was up like a roof. Look, never hated, just had something to prove. Got a loose, she give me net like a noose. Tied you down and now I'm cutting you loose.